Xander shops all the top term insurance companies to save you money. Get started at Xander.com.
I've been married for 25 years, and I don't work at the time. I'm taking care of my grandson, which my husband totally, is on board with that. But I get no money unless I have to ask for it. And we are debt-free. We owe nothing. And I just feel like anything I say, he doesn't want to take my advice or anything. Like, I feel like we need to sell our house now because it's a bigger house and we don't really need all the room. And we could sell this and we have a really good life. I mean, I feel like. I don't know, I just feel like his daughter instead of his wife.
Oof. How can we help?
Well, I don't know. I mean, what should I, like, we ended up separating like 2 years ago, and I found out it was actually what he was worth, and we was worth. Like, I don't know anything. If he was to pass away tomorrow, I wouldn't know what to do. I don't know what's in his bank account. I have no access to anything. My name's not on his business. My name's not on his debit, card. I can't use his debit card. And we've been married for 25 years. I'm like, and it really aggravated me when we separated because my attorney, gave me all this information on, what he's got. And I was just like, I feel like I deserve that, more.
Well, where's the marriage now?
We're together. I take care of my grandson. I can work. Like, if and I've even said, do you want me to work? He's like, no, I want you to take care of our grandson. I think it's wonderful that we can do that. But it's like I don't get paid for taking care of my grandson, so I'm having to always ask him for money.
Does he give you money when you ask? What's that transaction like?
He does. Yeah, he does, but he only gives me money for what I need. Like, if I'm going to get groceries, he'll give me like $200. I'm like, $200 don't buy anything, and my fear is I'm going to get up to the counter and not have enough money and have to put everything back. And I know he's got the money to give me. That's what's so, it makes me so aggravated at him.
Yeah. Well, what happened over a 2-year, or you separated 2 years ago? What happened as a result of separating? Because it doesn't sound like anything has changed.
It hadn't. No, and honestly, I feel like we got back together.
Why are you not still separated if nothing changed?
I know. Well, financially, it was so expensive having to pay attorney fees, which now he had to pay me $750 a week alimony during that time. But I had to get a place to live, so I didn't realize how expensive things was because I was, we had no debt. So I went from not having no debt to having like, probably $3,500 a month that I had to pay, for my rent.
So you went back to jail because it was too expensive to be free. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I just love them so much. It's crazy. I
know.
Do you?
So why did you call us? I'm so confused. What do you want us to do?
I just feel like, am I in the wrong for wanting,
No, you're not in the wrong, but you're not doing anything about it.
I know. That's why I called you because my husband.
I can't do anything about it. You got to do something about it.
What can I do? What should I do?
I think you've got to decide if you want to be married to someone that treats you this way. And you're going to have to sit down. My recommendation would be that the two of you sit down with a good marriage counselor, and that Bubba hears for the first time in his 25 freaking years that he's mistreating his wife.
And he feels like, he says I don't manage money.
I don't care what he says. You actually care what he says, but I don't.
I know.
So you need to not care what he says. You need to go see a marriage counselor because he sucks as a husband. He's a horrible husband.
I feel like, I agree, because I had to go to the doctor yesterday.
Darling, you're just going to talk my arm off and do nothing. I can tell. I can tell exactly what's going to happen with you.
Yeah, he's manipulating.
You got to decide what you're going to do, okay? And quit telling me stories about him. Are you going to actually get on the phone and call a marriage counselor and go sit down with one? You need to do that today. And if you don't do that, quit telling people stories about him. Shut up. Live with it, okay? If you're not going to do nothing about it, shut up about it. But if you're going to do something, then we'll pray for you and back you and yes, you're correct, honey, that the situation's weird and he's not a good husband. He's mistreating his wife. And the problem is he's probably not a bad guy. He's probably just doesn't even know how to do it. He probably doesn't know how to be a good husband. He thinks he's taking care of you. He may be that dumb. And so, we're going to have to educate him and teach him that, this is emotional financial abuse, dude. And so you need to involve your wife in the decisions. Let her have the dignity of being one of the two adults in the household. But that's a marriage counseling thing, honey. I can't dictate that. I don't have a magic wand over here to tap him on his little head and say, that's it, dude. Now you're magically healed. I can't do that from here. But you're going to have to work on it. And I don't think you're going to. You just talk about it all the time.
Yeah, you've married a control freak, and then you've let him get more and more control over 25 years, and then you summoned up some guts, which I admire 2 years ago, but then it ended up being a pump fake.
Yeah.
You just pump faked, or he called your bluff. He played to your greatest fears, is my guess, not knowing the details, and you caved. And you've convinced yourself that I love him so much, and I don't think that's the case.
That's enabling. That's just bullcrap.
So
I love him so much I'm willing to be abused.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's warped. I don't think he's dumb. I think he's warped because he's really unhealthy. And I'm not attacking him, and I'm not making excuses for him, but you've got to shake him. He needs to be shaken.
Yeah. If this guy was my buddy, I'd be boxing his ears, man. I'd be giving him a hard time.
That'd be fun.
That'd be an interesting conversation, wouldn't it? Of course, he wouldn't have been my buddy because he wouldn't have, because I've seen that kind of
That's true.
Xander is the best place to find term life insurance to protect your family. Visit Xander.com for quotes today.